It was a cold, rainy night. The kind of night where no one stops. No one cares. People rushed past the old bus stop, heads down, avoiding the rain. But one girl stopped. Her name was Aisha. She was just a waitress. Overworked, underpaid, and invisible to most people. Every day was the same struggle. Survive, work, repeat. As she walked past the bus stop, something caught her eye. An old man. He sat there, soaked, shivering, wearing torn clothes. People walked past him like he didn't exist. But Aisha couldn't. She slowly walked up to him. "Sir, are you okay?" The old man looked up, his voice weak. "I'm just cold, child." Without hesitation, Aisha took off her shawl and wrapped it around him. She was now freezing, but she didn't care. Then she reached into her bag and pulled out the only money she had, her tips from the entire day. "Please, get something warm to eat." The old man stared at her, eyes trembling. "No one does this anymore." Aisha smiled softly. Kindness shouldn't be rare. She helped him up and took him to a small tea stall nearby, bought him hot tea bread, and sat with him until he finished. Before leaving, the old man looked at her deeply and said, "Your life is about to change. Remember that." Aisha laughed quietly. "My life? That never changes." But she was wrong. The very next day, everything would. The next morning, Aisha arrived at work. Late. Her manager was already furious. "You're late again. Do you even want this job?" She stayed quiet. She needed this job. But something felt off. Luxury cars lined up outside the restaurant. Men in black suits. Bodyguards. Tension in the air. She whispered to a coworker, "What's going on?" The girl replied nervously, "A Mafia boss is coming today." Aisha's heart skipped a beat. "Just don't look at him. Don't speak unless asked." Then the door opened. And he walked in. Powerful. Silent. The entire restaurant froze. Even the manager bowed his head. "Welcome, sir." The man scanned the room slowly. Then his eyes stopped on Aisha. Her breath caught. He started walking toward her, step by step, until he stood right in front of her. "You?" Aisha froze. "Yes, sir." He looked at her closely, then said, "Last night, you helped an old man." Her eyes widened. "Yes." He looked helpless. The man's voice turned calm. "That man," pause, "was my father." Silence. Absolute silence. Aisha couldn't believe it. "Your father?" The Mafia boss nodded. "I leave him out sometimes, to see the truth of this world." Everyone listened in shock. People ignore him, insult him, walk away. Then he looked straight at her. "But you treated him like a human being." Aisha said nothing. The boss signaled his men. A briefcase was placed on the table. It clicked open. Stacks of money. "Enough for you to never work again." Gasps filled the room. "This is your reward." All eyes were on Aisha. But what she said next shocked everyone. "I can't take this." The room went silent. Her manager almost shouted, "Are you insane?" The boss raised an eyebrow. "You're refusing?" Aisha gently closed the briefcase. "I didn't help him for money." Silence. "If you really want to thank me, just take care of your father." For the first time, the powerful Mafia boss looked impressed. "Interesting." He stepped closer. "Then I'll offer you something else." Aisha looked confused. "Starting tomorrow, you work for me." Shock spread across the room. "Not as a waitress," pause, "but in my company." The next day, Aisha stepped into a world she had never seen before. Glass buildings. Luxury offices. Respect. A completely different life. And there, she saw him again. The old man. But now, clean, well-dressed, comfortable. He smiled warmly. "I told you, your life would change." Aisha's eyes filled with emotion. Over time she became one of the most trusted people in the company. Not because of skill alone, but because of her heart. One evening, the boss called her into his office. "I have everything: power, money, control." He paused. "But I never had one thing." Aisha asked softly, "What?" "Someone I could trust." He looked directly at her. "You helped my father, without knowing who he was. That means you're real." Silence. "From today, you're not just an employee." Pause. "You're family." Aisha couldn't hold back her tears. In that moment she realized, one small act of kindness can change everything. Forever.